All right, everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. As you can see, we're doing a tier list. Now, I've never actually done one of these before on the channel. I've done them before, obviously, like on my own, but I've never done these on the channel. So we're gonna do this. It's gonna be the Call of Duty games ranked from, as you can see, their GOAT to well, D, I guess, which would be like fucking awful. And then there's some games I've never played, so I made a category specifically never played. So yeah, let's just get into this tier list. So let's start with the never playeds. I started playing Call of Duty at COD 4. So these I never played. Right, I never played these. There's also mobile. I played a little bit of mobile, but not really. This I think is like China or something. I don't remember what it is, but I never played that one either. There's a few in here that I haven't played for sure. Let me put these in here because I've never played this one too. Oh, this might be the one China. This is a different one. We'll put this one here as well. We'll put this one here as well. Okay, so now we have the actual Call of Duty games, and we're gonna rank these. So let's just start from the beginning. So COD 4, very good COD. I don't know if I put an S or A. I think it's gonna be an A game. It's a good COD. For what it was at the time, was really, really good. It was, you know, like at the time, everybody's like, "This is a great fucking game," and it is. But once you already know, it's kind of a little biased because you know the games that come after it. You don't have it in as high regard as those games. So for me, it's an A game. But still a very fun game, very good game. World at War for me is a B game. It's not quite as good as COD 4, but it's still a solid COD in my opinion. It's still a really good COD. I don't dislike World at War at all. I played a decent amount of World at War. I play more COD now than I did then, for sure. But I did play a decent amount of World at War. Modern Warfare 2, S tier. This is one of the best CODs ever made. Some people argue that it is the best COD ever made, but the campaign was incredible. The maps were unbelievable. The gunplay was great. Like, it was just a great Call of Duty. So for me, I would put Modern Warfare 2 in S tier for sure. I think back then, though, CODs were they just hit different. Or maybe that's just nostalgia, or maybe that's just because it was at the time period, but they just hit different. Black Ops 1, for me, A tier. I think it's just below Modern Warfare 2. I think it's a good COD. The zombie was fun in BO1. It is more of an old-timey game, though, back, you know, Cold War-ish type stuff. But I still enjoyed it a lot. I still played a hell of a lot of BO1. And so to me, that's a high A tier, maybe low S tier game, but I would have it just high A tier, in my opinion. Modern Warfare 3, the original Modern Warfare 3, S tier. I would have it just below MW2. Right there, MW3. Again, solid game. I played the hell out of this game. I actually played a lot of the survival. If you guys remember, there was a mode. I mean, it's been in other CODs, but where you can play against waves of enemies, not zombies, just regular enemies. I played the shit out of that with my boys. We would hop on, and we would just play that and try to get as high a wave as possible. On like maps like Resistance, and what was the other map called? What was the other map that it was like? I'm trying to remember what the other map we did a lot of on that was, but I can't remember. We played a lot of them. Oh, it was that one. I can't remember what it's called. But it was like an outdoor. It was like in the jungle, and there was like houses on either, or like buildings on either side, and there was like a big open. I don't know if it was open. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I played MW3, the original. So, but I fucking love that game. That was the first game where I got a gold weapon. I got the gold M16 on that game, and it's not because I went for it. I just got it naturally, just playing the game. I wasn't camo grinding at that time. I didn't start camo grinding to Modern Warfare 2019. Fun fact. So for me, that's where MW3 goes. It's a solid COD, and not a solid COD. It's a God tier COD. It was so fun. I love that game, and so that it will be an S tier game. Now, Black Ops 2 to me is the greatest Call of Duty ever made. It's one of my favorite games of all time. The zombies was incredible. I have probably thousands of hours in that zombies. The multiplayer was unbelievable. The maps, slums, standoff. I'm blanking. Express, hijack, raid. I mean, the maps were just unbelievable. It's just an incredible Call of Duty. It really is. It is an incredible Call of Duty. The best Call of Duty ever made. And they've been saying now that in BO7, which is the COD coming out this year, that the competitive is going to remind you of BO2. I hope so, because BO2 to me, like I said, like you can see on the tier list, greatest of all time, the best Call of Duty ever made. I mean, every aspect of it was incredible. The campaign, everything, just everything was incredible. And I that game, if I could go back and keep playing that game now, I would. Like, not even, no bullshit, I would be playing BO2 right now. But obviously, hacked to the ground, and obviously it takes, like, you need like emulators. But point being, best Call of Duty ever made. Now, this is where the hot takes start happening. Call of Duty Ghost, because I know a lot of people didn't like Ghost. To me, it's right here. Now, I could take this is fine as well. Actually, I think this is better. This was my in terms of just playing the game, it was my second favorite Call of Duty. I can admit that Modern Warfare 2 is probably a better Call of Duty overall, but I enjoyed this game so much. I played this game for like 2 years. Even after the newer ones that came, even after when Advanced Warfare came out, even when Black Ops 3 was out, I was still playing Ghost. I fucking love Call of Duty Ghost. Now, you gotta remember, this is from somebody who at the time was playing only Respawn, and I played basically only TDM and Domination. I really didn't play anything else. I played a little bit of Kill Confirm, but mostly it was TDM Domination. That's what I played. If I was playing pubs, that's what I played. If not, I'm in a private lobby with my boys. I'm playing like zombies. Although in that game they weren't zombies, there was a different mod. I'm trying to remember what it was. I can't remember now, but like that game to me was one of the better Call of Duties. I know people don't like Ghost. To me, it's S tier. Hot take, if you wanted to be a hot take, to me it's S tier. And here comes another hot take. Advanced Warfare. People fucking love Advanced Warfare. To me, mid. It's mid. I'm not a big jetpack guy, sorry. I'm just not. I didn't like the whole exosuit thing. It just wasn't for me. At least not at the time. I'm a little more into it now. Like, I've been playing Splitgate. That's kind of very exosuit. You're jumping, flying around. I don't mind it as much. But at the time, it just, for me, that wasn't COD. It didn't feel COD. The game was just off. And it was also the first game, I'm pretty sure. Maybe it was after that, actually. No. I think it might have been Infinite Warfare. Maybe it was, I don't remember. But this was right around the era where you all of a sudden needed PS Plus to play online. But regardless of the fact, to me, it was just a mid COD. I just didn't really enjoy it that much. It was just a mid Call of Duty, in my opinion. So that's why I had it. I have it where it is. BO3. Yeah, I think it's A. I know a lot of people really love BO3, but I think it's an A. I think it's a good Call of Duty. I think it's a solid Call of Duty. I know I just said I don't like the whole like jetpack thing, but BO3 was like, I don't know. It's just the fact that it's a Black Ops game. I don't know, the map. It was just a better game than Advanced Warfare by a lot. And to me, I think it's a solid COD. I think I put it A tier. I think it's a solid COD. Not my favorite COD of all time, but still a solid COD. I think I'll put it A tier. Infinite Warfare, dog shit. Infinite Warfare is dog shit. It was the worst Call of Duty, in my opinion, ever made. I think we'll talk about it when I get to the next one, but it's right up there with the worst Call of Duty ever made. I fucking hated Infinite Warfare. I could not stand this game, bro. It wasn't fun at all to me whatsoever. I just didn't enjoy it. The campaign was cool, going in space and shit, but like the multiplayer, it just wasn't fun, bro. I just didn't enjoy it. It's just a bad game all around. No offense to Infinity Ward, it just didn't enjoy it. It's just not it. It's just not it. Went too far future. It was just not it. World War II. Then they fucking over corrected and then made another mid game. World War II. Mid. I didn't enjoy World. I don't like old timey games like that. I just don't. I don't like games that take it too far back. I don't like games that take it too far forward, unless it's done right. Too far forward, too far back is almost like there's almost no way I'm gonna enjoy a game where it's like a World War II shit. Like no, I'm not doing that. Like, it's just not fun for me. I don't enjoy it. The visuals are just bland. Like, I just don't enjoy that. So for me, Modern Warfare 2, World War II, C. It's mid. It's mid. I would consider putting it in D, but it's not as bad as Infinite Warfare, so I'm not putting it there. I'm gonna have to make a new category for Infinite Warfare, no bullshit. But yeah, BO4 S tier. BO4 is a great COD. This is one of the first CODs I played because I kind of took a little bit of a not hiatus, but I just almost 2018, 2017, 2018, 2019. I was playing a lot of Fortnite, so I didn't play as much COD. This was like the COD that I kind of started playing a little bit towards the end of its life cycle, and then Modern Warfare 2019 is when I fully came back to playing COD. Like a lot of time in COD. So for me, I think Black Ops 4 nonetheless is an S tier COD. It was a really good COD. I think right where it is in S tier is where it belongs. I think Modern Warfare 3 is better, Ghost better, Modern Warfare 2 is better, and obviously Black Ops 2 is better. So I think it's right where it should be. I think it's an S tier COD. I think it's the maps were pretty good. I mean, you obviously have Hacienda, which is now in BO6, which was a BO4 map. It was a fun game. It was a fun game overall, man. It was a good, enjoyable Call of Duty. I mean, that's all it is. You know, the gunplay was fun. It was a good Call of Duty. It is what it is. Modern Warfare 2019. This game, I think it's hated a little too much. In my opinion, I think Modern Warfare 2019 goes right here. Actually, right here. I think it's top 8 tier. Modern Warfare 2019 was a good Call of Duty, in my opinion. I really enjoyed playing it. This was the first Call of Duty I ever did the camo grind, which was Damascus, which was long, but I enjoyed it. And I did get Damascus, which in hindsight, looking at the newer, mastery camos, I couldn't think of the name. It definitely was a little lackluster, but that being said, I still enjoyed the grind. I still enjoyed getting it. I still enjoyed playing Shipment a lot. But even when I wasn't playing Shipment, I was still really enjoying the game a lot. Modern Warfare 19 to me was a really good COD. People give it shit, and it had its issues, but I still think it was a solid COD, a really good COD. Now, Cold War. People really hate on this COD. In my opinion, I think it's a decent COD. I don't think it's a great COD, or I don't think it's like a solid COD. I don't think it's a great COD, but I do think it's a good COD, if that makes sense. Like, it's a good Call of Duty. I had a fun time playing it. I did the camera grind in that one too. I played a lot of Nuketown. And I had a good time playing Cold War. I really did. It was a fun COD. I know people hated it. Maybe it's just because it's a Treyarch game. You're going to notice that most of the games towards the top, there's a lot of Treyarch games being up. And no Treyarch games lower than that, because Treyarch knows what the fuck they're doing. So to me, I think it's a solid COD. I do. I think it's a solid COD. I enjoyed it a lot. I know people didn't. There was people who didn't like it. I did. I think the guns were good. I think the Warzone integration kind of fucked it a little bit. But I mean, the guns in that game, when you had like what were the guns in that game? I can't fucking remember. You had the MP5, the Fafar. Sniping in that game was my only issue. Sniping in that game was a problem because it was super broken and it wasn't enjoyable. And I like sniping. Sniping in that game was not enjoyable. Modern Warfare 2019 sniping, very enjoyable. Every COD before it, super enjoyable. Black Ops 2, amazing. Cold War is where snipers kind of got bullshit because there was no flinch, and I mean it was just insane. So it wasn't fun to do that. We got raid back in Cold War, but the maps I think in Cold War were pretty solid. You had like Moscow and Checkmate. Is that the one with the plane? And stuff, and you had, what were the other maps in that game? I'm trying to think now. There's a few, but there was a Miami. Oh man, it's been so long. I'm trying to in my head. What was the one in the desert that was by the satellite, the crashed satellite? I can't remember. Was it called Satellite? I don't remember that map. I mean, the maps were decent. Obviously, they brought back some old ones. I think there was Standoff. There was Raid. They brought back Hijacked. So it was. I think overall, it was a good COD. Now, Vanguard. Vanguard's lucky it's not fucking D tier. I would consider putting Vanguard down here, but I don't think it's as bad as Infinite Warfare, but it's fucking close. The thing with Vanguard was, again, old-timey, went back to World War II, the colors were bland, we're back to the fucking MP40 and the fucking, it just wasn't, in my opinion, not a good COD. And on top of that, I was doing camo grinds at this time. I had already been doing camo grinds. The camo grind in this game was fucking ridiculous. It took like 8 or 9 hours just to level the gun up to level 70. Like, it was like each one had like 70 something levels. So even playing like Das House and Shipment, it still took like 7 or 8 hours just to fucking level your weapon. And then you had to do the challenges. Like, to me, what the fuck are we talking about, bro? Like, what? And then the challenges were stupid. Like, there were so many dumb challenges, and then there were challenges for every weapon. It's like you have to use these 3 specific attachments and get 100 kills with it, and then it made the gun ass. Like, bro, it was just so bad. And then the TTK was crazy fast, and then it just wasn't fun. I literally, that was the first COD ever that I literally was playing it, and like less than halfway through its life cycle, I just stopped playing. In like mid-February of that game's life cycle, it came out in October. I played 4 months, maybe a little less because it came out like in late October. I stopped playing it entirely. I went to play Apex, which I'm kind of grateful because I ended up finding out like that I fucking love Apex, and to me it's the best Call of Duty. It's the best battle royale out, maybe of all time. Although Fortnite probably takes that just for the impact Fortnite has game, but still, that's when I started just playing Apex, and that's when Apex became the main content because it's all I was playing. Because Vanguard was so fucking bad, and I just didn't enjoy it, and it had all kinds of fucking issues, bugs and shit. It was terrible. So that for me, worst. I mean, one of the worst games ever. I'm gonna quickly take out these last three down here. So I don't know if what. So this is Black Ops Zombies. I don't think I played Zombies in all the Black Ops games, but this is an individual game. I never really played it, so I gotta put that there. COD Mobile. I think COD Mobile is underrated. I think it's a solid. Why the fuck is it doing that? I think it's a solid Call of Duty. I put it like right here. It's solid. It has crazy cool camos and stuff. I've never been a mobile player, so for me, that's why it's not maybe A tier. But it is a solid Call of Duty in my opinion. I think it's pretty good. Warzone. Now, here's the thing. If we're talking Verdansk, like early Warzone, it's A or S tier for sure. Anything after that drops it. So if we're taking Warzone in its entirety, from the moment it dropped in 2019 or 2020 till now, it's a B tier, low B tier, in my opinion. Because I'm taking it in its entirety. I'm not taking it and like, oh, Verdansk, boom. If it was just Verdansk, it'd probably be up here. If it was Verdansk, it'd be here. If we're just strictly talking Verdansk early Warzone, right here. If we're talking entirety from 2020 to 2025, almost 2026, Warzone, it's here. Because everything that came after Verdansk just kept making it go further and further down the list. So in my opinion, that's where it would go. I don't really play Warzone that much. I played it when Verdansk was a thing, and I played Rebirth. I did not play anything after Rebirth. So for me, it goes right where it is. Now, let's continue. Modern Warfare 2. I don't think it's as bad. Hold on. I don't know why it's being that way. I don't think it's as bad as Infinite Warfare, but it's down there with the worst Call of Duties ever fucking made. That was a fucking atrocity of a video game. There were no red dots. It was a fucking atrocity of a fucking COD. The only reason I kept playing it through a life cycle was because I started playing ranked, and I fell in love with playing ranked, and that's all I played. If it wasn't for that, I would have stopped playing that game just like I did Vanguard, because it was awful. It was fucking terrible. That game was terrible. The movement was clunky. The fucking perk system was stupid. You had to like earn it throughout the match, so you didn't have any perks to start off with, and then you got it as you went throughout the match, which is fucking dumb as shit. And then you had you had no red dots. Dead Silence was a perk. Like, it was just fucking like that game was the bane of my existence the whole year that it was out, because I enjoyed ranked, but it was so much dumb shit, and like there was a bunch of cheaters in that game, and like it was just an atrocity of a video game. An atrocity of like Infinity War should be fucking embarrassed that they ever put that shit out. The two worst games ever made, in my opinion, in COD are both Infinity War games. Like, think about that for a second. They're both Infinity War games. Like, this is how this. I'm gonna take 1 second, so you can notice on the tier list. If you look at it, what do you notice about the last two tiers? C and D. What do you notice about those? Anybody want to share with the class? The thing you notice about both those, both two that I have in D tier for worst games ever fucking made, are both Infinity War games. And the 3 in C are all Sledgehammer games. Treyarch doesn't go any lower than B, and it's only because of Cold War. If it wasn't for Cold War, which I think is a B, they would be only A and S games. And GOAT. Like, this is what we're talking about here. We're talking about fucking like Treyarch. Like, Infinity Ward has some games up. Obviously, you got Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, the originals up there, right? And Call of Duty 4. And Sledgehammer has games up there too, because they have Ghost, which was a Sledgehammer game. And then the next game we're going to talk about right now, Modern Warfare 3, I think was a really solid COD, and I would put it right here. So they have that one up there. That's a Sledgehammer game as well. But Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer have made some of the worst Call of Duty. Like, if you list the worst Call of Duties ever, they're at the bottom 5. The bottom 5 are all Infinity Ward Sledgehammer games. And that's a fucking problem. That's a fucking problem. But yeah, I have Actually, I would do this. No bullshit. I would do that. I think Modern Warfare 3 was a good COD. I think they had really good live service. The ranked was fun. They were constantly every week. You had challenges that would give you basically a new gun every week. The kill time was perfect. Yeah, cheaters was a little bit of an issue. Not a little bit. It was a big issue. But still, I had fun. I had fun playing Modern Warfare 3. I think it was a great, not great. It was a good COD. And the maps weren't great because they were like old maps that they brought back. So they were a little bit weird and competitive because they weren't really played in competitive before. But it was still one of those where even though that was a thing, the maps they added later on, Vista, 6-star, Rio, those maps were fucking incredible maps. All three of them were incredible maps. And they were all original maps. And I think that like those additions really saved the game from being just like an average Call of Duty to, in my opinion, a really good Call of Duty. In my opinion. And then last but not least, we have the current COD, Black Ops 6. Now, people will hate on this game, but in terms of just pure gunplay and pure fun, it's either going to be top B, bottom A tier. I think it's a good COD. I don't want to put it in the mid, in like the decent COD category, or mid. Like, this is mid. This is not mid. This is actually technically this is mid if you look at the amount of tiers, but that's the point. To me, I think it's here. I think it's a good COD. I think obviously it has its issues. I think the cheaters is a huge fucking problem, and the SBMM is a big problem, but that's been a thing since I think Advanced Warfare SBMM. So yeah, it's not been only BO6, but I think at its bones, if you look at the skeleton that is this Call of Duty, gunplay, movement, TTK, the gunsmith, like all that stuff, the perks, to me, great, good COD. Good fucking COD. Maybe great COD. But the reason that ends up being just a good COD and not a great COD is because the maps are ass. The original maps in this game are fucking terrible. Like, they're not good. Protocol, bad map. Not a good map. It's just not. It's not a good map. Rewind, mid at best. Red Card, not a good map. Like, there's just, the maps were fucking terrible. Vault's not bad, it's not great. I think Skyline's the best map. Right? Like, Skyline is the best map. And that's, I mean, so to me, I have to put BO6 right in A tier. It could have been an S tier game if they had been better maps for the game and the cheaters wasn't as big a problem as it was. But this is my tier list. Let me know what you think, where you agree, where you disagree. I do have some hot takes, right? Advanced Warfare being as low as it is a hot take for sure, and a lot of people really like that game. Ghost being as high as it is probably a hot take, because I know a lot of people really hated that game. So I'm sure people thought it would be a lot different. I same thing with Cold War. People hated Cold War, but I didn't hate Cold War. And then I obviously didn't play a lot of the ones at the bottom, or any of the ones at the bottom. But yeah, this is my tier list for Call of Duty. So now you know where I stand in terms of my Call of Duty opinions and kind of, no, I wouldn't say expertise, but just like where I think the games need to be headed towards. And that's a lot more Black Ops 2, a lot less fucking Modern Warfare 2, 2022, and Infinite Warfare. Like, they need to go back to what COD was. I will make a video when the worldwide reveal of BO7 is August, it's the 19th. Right around then, probably right after, or maybe on that day, I'll make a video talking about the things I want to see in the new COD. Things that are new, that I want new in the new COD, and things that I want improved from BO6 to BO7. And one of those things that I will mention in that video is something that was in Black Ops 2 that made Black Ops 2, that one of the factors that made Black Ops 2 as good as it was, and that was the Pick 10 system. The Pick 10 system was incredible because it made it so you had to choose between attachments, perks, lethals. You couldn't just have everything, right? Like right now, in every COD pretty much since then, it seems, I'm not 100% sure if that's true, it might not be, but it seems like it, there's no Pick 10, so you can just have a fully kitted gun, a tactical and a lethal, all 3 perks, or 4 if you have specialist, or what's it called, perk read in this game, in BO6, right? And you have a field upgrade. Whereas in BO6, or in BO6, in BO2, you would have had to choose, right? If you want to have 5 attachments on your gun, you can't have all that other stuff. You can have 5 attachments, you can have 3 perks, but then you would only be able to have, after that, you wouldn't be able to have a field upgrade, or you'd have, you'd have to choose what you want, right? And I think that's like the best system. I think a pick 10 system is the best system to kind of balance a lot of things out. But yeah, that's my tier list. That's my tier list of CODs. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Probably gonna do some more content similar to this, some more tier lists. Maybe do some reactions. We'll see how that goes. Now that Call of Duty is kind of hitting a lull, and we're gonna kind of in the waiting period for the next Call of Duty. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to drop a like, make sure to subscribe, hit that little notification bell. I post pretty much every single day. As always, I'll see you guys in the next one.